Oh shit, hold on.
Hello and welcome to the Inner Loop podcast. My name is Shane Allen. We have some fantastic Rochester news in store for you. Mark Myra may be joining us at some point. I got tired of waiting because we're here with a very, very special guest, Aamir Arshad, everybody.
It's
Give it up for
Arshad, dude. What the
Arshad.
hell?
Arshad. What did I say?
You said Arshad. There's an H in there, dude.
Arshad. Whatever. I was
Yeah.
just trying to be cultured.
Ar, Ar-
Ar Arshad.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Amir Arshad, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll get the plugs out of the way now.
Okay.
Amir's got a show coming up at Comedy at the Carlson. They're presenting it. Amir, when is that show?
It's November 18th. It's me and Ryan Garcia will be I'm using headlining very loosely here. We will be co-closing the show. But we have all our favorite people on the show. Sean Day, Freddie Dulas, Alex Mallory, Erico. It's gonna be fun. Jokes will be told, and the jokes will be good.
Yep, not Shane Allen. Uh,
Nope.
November 18th, Comedy at the Carlson for that show. This is kind of a low key send off, right? Because you and Ryan, right?
Yeah,
You
we're moving to the Big Apple.
the Big Apple. You guys are getting serious about comedy, stand-up comedy, pursuing your dreams. You're going out New York City, going to take a big bite of the Big Apple,
Don't make it weird.
not being deterred by the fact that literally I don't think we've had anybody from Rochester do anything good.
Bro,
Is
here's the
that
thing.
accurate?
Well, I don't want to say that in case it ruins opportunities for me. But
Bro, if they've made it, they're not listening to this podcast.
you never know, dude. Dude, I hate it when people are say going to New York to pursue their dreams because I know we'll be back in 3 years at your open mic, living in
I think it's really
Rochester again.
optimistic you're giving yourself 3 years.
I know, dude.
That's
Well, because
that's a lot of faith.
two's gonna be delusion of like, oh, we're doing it, and then the third year will be like, we've been at this open mic at Stand Up New York for 3 months
Yeah.
or 3 years. I mean,
Well, it's good that you're going out in a group, though. You guys
yeah,
have each other's back.
yeah,
One
we
of
have
you
each
will,
other's backs.
one of
We're
you will
gonna,
get bigger than the other one pretty quickly, and you
yeah.
guys will start hating each other immediately.
I'm
And
trying to ride Ryan's coattails every day.
yeah,
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna open for you, right?
do you guys have that type of pact? It's like when you're like in high school, you're like, hey, if we're not married by the time
Yeah,
we're 30,
it's
you and
more
I
of
got to
like
marry
a
each other.
it's more of like if we don't make it in 5 years, we'll both kill ourselves together.
Suicide pact. That's what I
Yeah,
thought I had with Mark Myra. But he immediately
he killed
took.
himself. That's why he's not here.
Well, that'd be great, but no, I was like, so we're not doing radio anymore ever again, right? And he's
Yeah,
like, yeah, suicide pact, bro. We're done. Fuck radio. And then he took the first job offered to him. So that's sack of shit.
you came on my radio show.
That's right.
Yeah,
What's gonna happen to that show when you're leaving town?
dude, it's
Who's
gonna
taking
be
it over?
me, bro. This is the insane agreement we've reached. Where I think my co-host has an hour is moving out of Rochester somewhere too, in like a year.
Chris is leaving.
I don't know.
I'm his
Maybe I
real
should.
estate agent. He hasn't talked to me about this
Well,
shit at all.
he probably won't. He's just like considering it, like
Okay.
like comics do. But
Yeah.
we're gonna do it over Zoom, like your dumb podcast, and then we're gonna stream it live in Rochester. So we won't even record it in Rochester, but we're gonna stream it in Rochester on the radio because they won't know what the hell we're talking about.
Bro, I mean, that's Rochester radio to a T.
Exactly.
That made you more legit of a radio show. Brother
Yeah.
Weeze hasn't stepped foot in Rochester in 20 years.
Brother who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on. If you miss Amir Arshad
Yeah.
on his show on the 18th, you can see him. He will be a part of the Roast of Rochester with Mark and I. Also, Dario Joseph's on that show. We have some very special guests. We just announced Dalton fucking Castle will be on the show. Professional wrestling extraordinaire. He should be on the WWE, but they're racist. Um, do you know
Does he
anything
do
about
stand up?
Dalton?
I don't know who he is.
So
Isn't that bad to say?
he used to do radio. You
Oh,
probably
okay.
listened to him because you're a freak and you listened to the Zone back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you remember Brett Giel?
No.
Okay. You are like 15 years old. I forget that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He did radio. Him and Mark. I think I think he did afternoons for a while, and him and Mark were on the air at the same time. And then yeah, he just like blew up in the like professional wrestling stuff. He's on Ring
That's
of
a
Honor
natural
now.
trajectory.
Yeah, dude.
Radio to wrestling to stand up.
If I had just stuck around on the zone for one more year, I probably would be in the ring right now.
Yeah, you'd be arm barring Mark for being late.
Or I mean, I would definitely if I spent another year at the zone, I would be in the same room as John Cena. It wouldn't be because I would be in the ring, and because I would have cancer because that place was toxic as fuck.
You hated the zone, dude? Is that
Dude,
what
we don't have to go through this again. This is my podcast, you son of a
air your
bitch.
grievances, bro?
No, Amir, he's really funny. He's won. I think he holds the record right now of the Rock Cinema open mics. You've won the most of them.
Me, yeah,
I
I
think
think so.
so, right? Because Izzy just stopped showing
Probably.
up. He'd probably still have it, but he just got busy because he's
Yeah.
like a 7 foot tall, attractive black guy. He's just fucking all the
Izzy will
time.
lose once and boycott the whole mic
Sure.
for weeks.
Yeah,
I won the first one though.
you
The
did.
one where 5 people showed up. Yeah, I won
Yeah.
that one.
It's grown since then. You guys should come out to the Rock Cinema open mics. Was it? So actually, like, they're
There's crowds.
it's insane.
Yeah,
Like we partnered with the basement, which Amir is a part of, and
yeah,
apparently there's just an endless amount of people in the basement,
yep.
which I didn't know. When I first was talking to Amir about it, I was like, "Do you want to partner up and do the open mic together? You know, basement interloop?" And I was like, "He's like, yeah, let's do it." And just every single week we have a different host, and I didn't. I guess I should have asked how many people were in the basement.
I didn't even know this many people were in the basement.
I feel like you guys are actively recruiting as we're going along, because every single week I'm like, hey, good news, who's gonna be the host
Yeah,
this
yeah.
week?
Well,
And
good
he's
news
like,
doesn't
oh,
even tell us.
I know, it's insane. It's wild. But good news is like killing it. Like he's filling
Yeah,
this movie theater. If you've not been to Rock Cinema yet, it's it's a legit movie theater. We have a stage
yeah.
up there. They serve booze. They serve a full
I
menu.
like that you said it's a legit movie theater and then
It's
included
legit.
something that's in no movie theaters in America. There's
It's
no stages in a movie theater.
it's legit. You
It is
know,
a legit movie theater.
no, I feel like there's stages in other movie theaters, but they're usually used for like shitty churches where people are
Yeah,
just like they stop doing the brick and mortar church and they're like, we're doing God at the cinema
yeah. Right
now.
after the Dark Knight.
Yeah, Jesus.
But we have
Uh,
crowds now. I didn't know all it took was for Shane to not host anymore for that open mic to pop off.
yeah, Ed, I'm a real stinker. So Roast of Rochester, that's coming up. Also, we're just in the knee deep in the plug section, so I'll just keep on going with it. The interloop is with we're teaming up with Hollowell, alternative rock band. We're going to be opening up for them December 5th at Iron Smoke Distillery. Have you ever opened up for a band, Amir?
Yeah, dude, I used to play in bands.
Oh, I mean, like, have
Actually,
you
dude,
done comedy before a band? I don't care that you were in a band.
no, but once I had to introduce a band onto stage
Okay.
and they said do some jokes.
Oh,
So
how'd
I
that
went
go?
out and as soon as I saw the crowd, I realized I didn't want comedy. So I did 5 minutes of, are you guys fucking ready for this show? For like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah,
And then I brought them out.
it sounds like you got them hyped.
I'm a professional, dude.
Is that Incubus?
No, it was kids in the basement.
What's up all this basement shit, dude? Can you guys just relax?
I never left, dude. I don't know how to break glass ceilings, so I just stay in the basement.
We're shooting the shit now because we're waiting for Mark Myra. He told us that he was putting his kids to sleep, and that was a half hour ago. So
Yeah, and a creepy way to say that.
I think he meant that he's killing his children.
Oh,
So
okay. I thought he meant something weird, like putting them in bed or something.
no, he's a bad father. So I'm not going to make everybody wait around because you're here for the Rochester News, the Interloop podcast. What we do is we read and watch the Rochester local news for you because nobody under the age of 75 is doing it. So we distill it down into the stuff that you need to know about. Like, for example, I think we may have touched on this before. but this lady has now officially been sentenced. We're talking about it again. God damn it. A woman from Monroe County. She stole $578,000 from Wegmans. And I know, Amir, you're like, what'd she do? Take 3 quesadillas?
Good one, Shane. Yeah.
What is that? 4 rotisserie chickens? I
Yeah.
mean, these prices.
Hasn't everyone stole that much money? They installed self-checkout. Everyone owes that much money to Wegmans.
Lifetime, I'm sure I've racked that up. 100%. Like before the self-checkout too, the under the cart.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, what? What is this
You
stealing
never pulled the
method?
under the cart?
What's the under? I
Oh
know
my
that
God.
move.
Jeez. Were you not an alcoholic by the age of 15? What you do is you put the beer on the bottom of the cart, that
Oh,
bottom shelf, and then you
yeah.
just kind of like sneak on past as you're going through.
Okay.
Or
And
you get as brave as like my friends, and they literally just would fill up shopping carts with beer and just walk out.
my friends would go to the beer cave at Speedway and just stuff their sweatshirts and then leave like normal thieves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just Lucy bottles of
Yeah.
just
They would
glass
literally
bottles.
they
Just
would
hear
put
them clinking as they're leaving a gas
they
station.
would be like cowboys in their underwear, like holsters, just walking out like cowboys.
Jesus, where did you live?
Penfield.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
harsh streets of Penfield.
Yeah, dude. They were
So
tough.
this woman, Alicia Torres, she's 48 years old. She was a longtime employee of Wegmans. She fraudulently processed 350 credit card refunds in customers' names of fictitious amounts. So here was her scam. She would like place orders on these customers' accounts based on previous transactions, usually I think it was like pharmaceutical stuff. And then there's Mark. She would trick pharmacists into signing off and authorizing refunds. Oh. And apparently she did this enough times where she racked up $578,000. Mark Meyer, everybody. Radio 95.1's Mark Myra here, with somehow worse lighting than Amir. How is that even possible?
My lighting isn't bad, dude.
I'm the only. Am I the only one with electricity in Rochester right now?
Wait, hold on. Does my mic work, or is this going to the computer? My mic works.
Yeah,
right.
Your mic's good.
My shit is definitely not worse than Amir's. That's pretty.
This
rough.
is normal, dude. It's weird that you guys have lighting this good for a Zoom call.
We're going straight on YouTube. We got tens of subscribers, you stupid asshole.
Bro, you think these incels on YouTube aren't watching Twitch streams 24/7 in worse lighting than this?
No, they're paying attention to us thoroughly in every word we say. I'm talking to one guy that's clearly in the Blair Witch Project, and then I'm talking to a guy on Dateline. Mark, you put your kids to sleep? How are they doing?
Yeah, they're going from Shane to me to Amir. We look like chocolate milk being made slowly. The kids are asleep. Yeah, they're in bed. I got to rip a tooth out of my kid's head for the first time.
How'd you do it?
I just put my fingers in there and
that's disgusting.
The least sterile way possible.
Yeah.
Got a little lick.
Yeah, there's no way you washed your hands before or even after. You fucking sick freak.
When I'm making food for my family, I'm like itching my balls and like itching my ass and like grabbing food. I never wash my hands. Do you guys wash your hands when you cook?
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Mark, what the hell?
Dude,
Mark's like, I just fisted myself and then put my kids to sleep without washing my hands.
Yeah. Mark just grabbed his balls and then stuck them in his kid's mouth to get a tooth caught. No, dude, I'm so nervous about having dirty hands. I wash my hands like 4 times while I'm cooking.
No, I'm nasty, dude.
Good. Great. Anyways, can't wait to get invited to the Myra Christmas party again.
That's gross, man.
The dips are always great.
I thought you were lagging. I think you're just dying, Mark.
What are we doing? So what are we talking about here?
Mark, we're knee deep in the conversation about a woman from I think she's from my hometown, Webster, New York. She stole $578,000 from Wegmans. I was explaining her grift. She was charging people's accounts and then getting pharmacists to issue refunds, and then she would put those refunds onto her account. She also did some like gift card scam as well, and she got away with it for what seems like a very, very long time, because that is
Wait, did she work
a
at
lot of
Wegmans?
money. Yeah, she was a Wegmans
Okay.
employee. So it says long time, and it said 350 credit card refunds. So unless she was like really brazen, you got to imagine she was doing this like, I don't know, once a month over like a shit ton of years. It doesn't say in the article how long she was doing it for.
Let
So
her keep it. That's what I say.
I can see myself getting sucked into this though, because at work, I've told you this before. At work, they keep on dropping like a couple $100 into my PayPal account because of the radio station's Facebook, my accounts that's connected to it. And so like the money just goes into my account, and I've told people and they're doing nothing about it. But my PayPal definitely has some subscriptions that just come straight out of it. So I'm definitely using that money. Like I'm gonna end up being this lady at some point. I heard media's gonna jail me at some point.
They're gonna play this podcast in court.
Yeah. Well,
I hope they play it in its entirety. Like they don't edit it all.
It'll be your actual full first live podcast.
It will
in a courtroom.
We'll actually have the most listeners for this show in that courtroom. So bad radio bit. What I was going to ask you guys, I think we've talked about what's the worst thing we've stolen from work, Mark. What's the worst thing that's been stolen from you at work? Because I feel like it's through the roof. People are just stealing shit from you at work.
People steal shit from you at work, and you just allow that to happen?
Yeah, I'm afraid of confrontation. Dude, a guy stole my mug from work, and he would drink coffee in front of me with it, and I didn't say anything.
Oh,
that's
Shane
pathetic.
We had a co-host that's currently a big timer now. He's doing mornings on the Zone, and he's great. He's killing it. And we would write our prep all in the same Google Doc, and the dude would just steal Shane's jokes straight off of it. Like Shane would write jokes on there, and then homeboy right next to Shane was stealing the jokes, not even jokes. It was like your opinions on things.
Yeah, it was a mix of both. It was a great dynamic because it was like was three of us on this show. So we would, Mark would give his opinion, and then we'd go around the room and talk, and he would go next because he was the second mic. And then it would be like, all right, Shane, what do you think about it? And it's like, I'm with him,
Yeah.
With the second guy, I guess. He's funny. Those jokes
you should have
good.
called him out on the air, dude. That's how you create content. You got to create drama with your co-host.
Bullying is bad. I'm going to start with that. Bullying is bad, but
so's not washing your hands.
Hey, don't bully me.
Don't germ shame him.
But Shane and I bullied him hard enough for him to ask to leave the show. So
yeah.
So good. I don't know. I think the worst thing that maybe was stolen from me at work was, I think I brought some expensive mics into a radio station, like to record bands, and then after a while, the PD over there, Nick Rivers, just kind of like kept them. Like they were just like, these are our mics now, and then I just never got them back.
Oh shit! You should get some residuals off those amazing acoustic Zone sessions we did.
Tens of views on YouTube.
All that stained money we had coming in, bro.
I never had anything stolen from me, but I had a coworker that would hide his drugs in my work cupboard without telling me because he didn't want to hide them in his cupboard.
Nice.
And he just
Good
thought
drugs?
I wouldn't.
Like prison time drugs, or
no, just weed. But he was 15.
All right. Dude. Remember Chairgate, Mark?
Oh, we fucked up on that one, right?
So
we falsely accused somebody.
Did we? Was it the black lady?
No, wait.
Jeez.
You tell what you think the story is, or the story is
Oh,
from your perspective.
My story is, and it's the truth. I had a cubicle in the common area of the radio station. They gave me a shitty broken chair. I just inherited a fart chair from the guy that worked there before, who just farted around, and he would lean back in it, and the angle of it was like, I no human being should ever sit like this. It was like I was JP and Grandma's Boy, just staring at the ceiling. And so there was some nice chairs in the conference room, and literally everybody else in the office went and took one and brought it into their fucking office. So I was like, okay, I'll follow suit. Daddy deserves a nice chair. And I did that. And the next day, somebody had just swished my chair back to the shitty rundown one. Like they pulled it out of the garbage and put it back. And this went on for like weeks. I would just keep on going, and nobody ever fessed up to who it was, who thought I didn't deserve a good chair. And I just gave up because I'm a sad fucking piece
So
of shit.
someone subjected you to like extended chair torture and you
Yeah.
never found out who it was?
No. Was it
I
you,
will-
Mark?
No, but I do have. I was thinking of a different chair gate. Apparently, there's two chair gates.
Okay.
Amir, I want to also thank you for not doing this in Jay's diner like last time, whatever the fuck you were.
We were at an open mic.
On your Nokia phone. Very nice of it's sweet of you.
Just absolutely hammered.
No, Chairgate that I thought you were talking about was the boss at the time, like that ran the station we were at, was leaving for a job in Buffalo. And so he left, and I noticed that in the lobby, two massive chairs were missing.
Mm.
And I went to our big boss and I was like, I think he took them, which is insane because why would he just like take these two chairs out of the lobby? And I'm like, I think he took them, to the point where our big boss, this is like a pretty, like the general manager of 3 radio stations, called him up and started accusing him of taking the chairs and said, you have to take them back or we're going to like sue you for the amount of the chairs and all this shit. They were just in another room. And I started all of this. I like started this witch hunt.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's what I thought Chairgate was. But
We have so much chair related content.
oh my gosh, we haven't even cracked the surface here.
Yeah, Radio Live seem extremely exciting.
Dude, I mean,
You
yeah.
have 2 chair gates. That's 2 more chair gates than every other workplace.
Yeah. That's radio in the 2000s, baby. Like if this was, if Mark and I were doing radio in like the 70s, 80s, we'd have a lot of
Yeah.
stories about like, yeah, we used to fucking blow cocaine with Led Zeppelin in the back of the bus. But Mark and I are so lame. We're like, fucking somebody farted on my chair, dude.
Dude, and me and my teachers would get in heated debates about your chairgate topics on the Gentleman's Club.
Oh, of course. Did you? Can we stop with Jelly Roll? Have you seen this Jelly Roll guy? Fat Country Post Malone. Have you seen this dude?
No, I have
No.
no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
All right. Can I just pull him up to show you what this guy is?
Yeah.
I honestly thought that was like a new form of masturbating that I had not heard
I
of.
thought it was a donut.
You jelly rolling, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Let's see if I can pull this big. Oh, I don't even know how to do it. It's not. It's gonna be really worth it.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Host disabled. Share or screen sharing. Thanks, Shane.
I couldn't trust Amir.
Yeah.
It's all right. We don't need to see Jelly Roll.
I was gonna Google
Right.
it, but my phone flashlight is my lighting.
Does he kind of look like if Post Malone got inflated a little bit?
A little bit.
Like a
A
lot
lot
of
of it. A lot of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's
that I know who you're
Jelly
talking
Roll
about. Is he
Okay.
country?
I think he's yeah, country people like him, but he's like, I think he wants to be like Kid Rock, a little country, a little rock, a little racist.
Yeah,
he
super
wants a little bit of that,
anti-vax.
I mean, that's where the money train is. I mean, I think isn't Morgan Wallen like the biggest act in country right now? That dude said the N-word and
He straight up
then
just said it.
went away for a week, came back
Wait, he
the
did?
biggest star in the world.
All the other country artists just want to say it.
Yeah.
And you know they do say it, but he just said it out loud, and then his album went #1. All the fans were like, "We like the cut of your jib, bud." Like,
It's
can't
like the
believe it-
country Trump is what happened.
Do you think the producers of The Voice are like a little nervous that Dolly Parton's gonna be like, maybe I'll drop one this episode
just in case.
I got an album coming out, you know?
I thought Roseanne Barr was gonna drop one at the Trump rally. Did you see she did a guest spot at a Trump rally?
Yeah, she did
She did a tight five.
But also she's like disappearing. She's the smallest person. She's Frodo. She's a hobbit now. And just
Yeah, she is
screaming.
actively shrinking.
Well, she's like a full-on conspiracy lunatic now. So I think she only eats like stuff that she grows in her own garden or something.
Yeah.
She
Or
seems
off her body.
She seems good.
Justin Bieber said the N-word too. Do you remember that?
When?
When he was very young, and then he said the N-word and then he blew up. Man, I think we know what we need to do on this podcast.
Listen, on the count of 3.
Do we do it? Should we save it for the Patreon side? You know, maybe.
Hey, see what racial slurs we say on the Patreon side of the episode. Okay?
We are running out of time. We got about 5 minutes left on this side. Do we want to try to squeeze anything else in, or should we switch over?
We're doing here. I just got here.
We talked about all the shows we have coming up. We talked about, Aamir being on the Roast of Rochester, Dalton Castle being announced as this very special guest. Amir's got another show at Comedy at the Carlson on November 18th, which he told me right before we got on the Comedy at the Carlson is presenting. And
what does that mean?
You'll find out later.
Nothing. It's just they're not presenting. It will just be at Comedy at the Carlson.
Wait, Comedy Central presents?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Actually, that'll get me in less trouble. Comedy Central presents.
Comedy Central presents.
Aamir Arshad and Ryan Garcia.
We've got the Rock Cinema Open Mic Wednesday nights,
Okay.
8:30.
All right.
With a very, very good comedy showcase coming up
Wait,
as well.
so you
at
said
Rock
all
Cinema.
this stuff already.
I'm just reiterating for you.
Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
So far on the comedy showcase lineup for this month of November, which is gonna fall on my birthday. It's gonna be my birthday show.
Ooh.
Great lineup. We got Grandma Riri. And then the opposite of Grandma Riri, Justin Brown.
Baby. Oh.
And then we've got Kevin Willard is going to be on the show as well. So it's a real yin and yang situation. It's going to be good. And yeah, the Hollowell show. Lots of shows coming up. Just go to theinterludeblog.com to check it all out. Get your Roast of Rochester tickets ASAP, because Mark told me that they are selling really good.
We got that Dalton Castle bump.
Yeah.
Is he a big deal?
Big deal.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Like,
So like Scott
Aamir,
Kutchko.
Yeah, okay, Aamir, you're in your basement doing a podcast with two assholes in Rochester. He's on national TV.
And we're on the same show in Rochester.
Yeah.
So
At least we got fucking lights, brah.
Hey.
All right, shall we go to the Patreon side?
Let's do it, because we have some other goodies to talk about. Lots more Rochester news to get to. I gotta ask Mark and Aamir what their best life hacks are for living in Rochester. And I had another piece of Rochester news that I gotta find, but it's good.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh.
I love that good one you have. Patreon.com/interloop podcast. It's $4 a month. All right, bye, poor people. Do I need to send you a link?
Yeah, you gotta send it to both of us.
Aamir, how do I send you a link?
Instagram.
Jesus Christ. All right.
How
You
else
need
do
a
you can I
Facebook.
can
Just-
send
You
you
need
a
to be
just
40
email.
years old and get a Facebook.
Yeah, you guys are
Mark,
fucking
just send
weird.
it to me and I'll send it to the man who has literally no lighting anymore.
What if I held it
Less
right here?
Less lighting is happening.
He's taking our podcast even less seriously than the last time.
All right, I'm setting it. Bye.